Welcome to Profit Doctor TV. This is your host, John Patrick. Today I'm going to continue in what's going to be a series on different tools and ideas that you can use to help you be more productive and to help you be perhaps more creative as you're putting together business and different aspects of business. The one today I'm going to deal with is on how to put together a graphic that you could use to put together email. Could be for sending out some kind of a greeting card, postcard. Could be used for a blog, e-zine and whatnot. And so I'm going to show you several different tools, some of which are free. Others there's a small fee for. However, you could use something. I'm sure you could find a free piece that you could use to replace that if you really wanted to. So we'll kind of go through it. I'm using as a basis Jeffrey Gitomer's Ace of Sales, which I use monthly to send out e-zines, as well as regularly sending out email. But within that is a tool that you can use to create with, and so I'm going to use that and then show you how you could perhaps use it in other ways. I'll also show you a site where you can get free photos. Most of them are free. And you can use those photos then to kind of dress them up and do something perhaps interesting for your business. So if you've got a few minutes, let's just take a quick peek and see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to kind of move through this quickly, so hopefully I give you all the information that you need. I'll try to be explicit as I can. I'm starting with, again, Jeffrey Gitomer's Ace of Sales. It's found at https://www.aceofsales.com. Signed up for it. It's $20 a month, and it gives you unlimited email usage. You can also do branded email. You can do monthly e-zines. Monthly e-zines has a small charge based on the number you're sending out, plus like a penny a piece or whatnot. So I send it out to my whole client base of 300 and some clients. It costs me less than or around $5 a month to send out an e-zine, so it's very effective. But anyway, so we're going to use Ace of Sales as kind of the ability to do some editing, and then I'm also going to take you to a site called it's http://www.sxc S social, X is an X-ray, C is in cat, .hu. And that site, which will take you to what's called stock.exchange, is mostly free photos. Some of them have a requirement. You got to give the photographer credit. Most of them don't do that, and some of them even have a small fee, but what we're going to look at is free. So jumping right in, let's just say, today's Mother's Day, Sunday, May the 8th, so I want to send in this case, I'm going to send my wife a real quick email just wishing her a happy Mother's Day. So here's what I would do. I'm going to start again at www.sxc.hu. Takes me to this site. I'm going to log in. So I've logged in now. And over here I'm going to say Mother's Day. So do Mother's Day, and then it takes me to, up here's some premium stuff for as low as $1, could be more. Down here is a bunch of free stuff. That's where I roll. And so in this case, well, that's nice, just a kind of a bouquet of flowers, or looking at a vase of flowers. Different ways of saving it. I usually just click it and it'll now bring those to the foreground. And then I'm going to do Save Image As. I'm going to save it in a folder that I keep my photos in, and I'll just say Mother's Day. And save. So now I got my picture saved, which is the first piece of this, is just save a picture. If you happen to have one somewhere already, then obviously you don't have to go through that step. But Stock Exchange is a great place to get free photos. They have almost any subject you can think of. Going back over to Ace of Sales, I'm going to use as kind of the way to develop a template you can do this with. I'm going to use email greeting. So I click email greeting. You don't even necessarily have to have someone's email address yet. That's one of the neat things they recently did. You used to have an email, have to have an email address first, but you don't anymore. And then here's an option. It says create a new design, which is what I want to do, because that'll take me into an editor where I can kind of play around with that. So I'm at the editor, and then I'm going to choose an image from, in this case, my desktop, and then I'm going to scroll down to Mother's Day. There's the flowers that I recently or just uploaded as we were talking. You have to forgive me for these stripes that are appearing across my laptop. My laptop's starting to fry, so it doesn't affect the photo itself, but it's probably not too pretty for you to look at. And so there you go. It's now put the photos in there. Now if I could just leave it at that. In this case I want to do a little bit more, so I'm going to add some text, and so in this case let's just say Happy Mother's, whoops, I gotta learn how to spell here, Happy Mother's Day. Now at this point you're not really able to see that. There are different things that you can do with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first of all adjust the size so it makes it a little easier to see, but even now you probably won't be able to. Part of it is adjusting position over here, so I can actually cause these words, which should hopefully start appearing to you shortly. It shows Happy Mother's Day down there at the bottom now in black letters. Can also adjust from a style standpoint. Arial black makes it nice and thick and black. Happy Mother's Day. You can do, you know, all types of other things. You can go in and actually put that within a box so that it, you know, it'd show up better that way, and that might be the better choice, but just for the sake of time right now I'm going to not do that. Let's say I want it a little bigger. Maybe that would help it pop a little bit more. And now because I made it bigger, it's not going to fit all the way in the screen, so I got to adjust the position again. So I'm just going to move it a little bit over to the left, and so there you go. You know, quick version. I could probably do something nicer, but just for the sake again of time. And then, so that creates that. Now, then you've got, in this case, I could literally do something like I have another free program I use called Print Key 2000. And if I were to double click Print Key 2000, it literally allows me to capture something in different ways, one of which is I can take a rectangle, and unfortunately I messed that up, so I'm going to have to get out of this and do it again because it captured this box. I clicked it and that box showed up, which I don't want, so I'll try this again. So print key, in this case I'm going to use a rectangle, and I literally can just draw a rectangle, square. I could capture just part of it if I want, but if I do that and let go, you'll see now I actually have just what amounts to a card. I could turn around and paste that anywhere that I want to now. I actually would save it, in my case, into photos again, but now, and I would override even that other picture or save it as Happy Mother's Day 2 or whatnot. But now I would have this graphic that I could turn around and just paste onto anything else that I want to. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and let Ace of Sales do the work for me. So I've got the, you know, I saved it as Happy Mother's Day. So in this case, that's really all I'm going to do. I'm going to click Done, and just to make it fast, I'll just put MD for Mother's Day and save. And you'll see that it's now going to save that on my dashboard for Ace of Sales. Now I want to turn around and send it out as an email, because I could do a lot of things. I could send it out in different formats. Right now it shows no recipient, and that's fine. I'll do that in a minute. Here it's going to say, as the subject of my email, happy, I guess it's not birthday, happy Mother's Day. Alright, and then I can edit the email greeting, excuse me, and it's going to actually pick up the first name from whatever the person's name was saved as, first and last name in my email contacts, and then just real quickly I'll just put, I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you. Forever. And then, being that it's my wife, I don't really want to say John Patrick. So again, you can play around with this in different ways, but just for the sake of speed, I'll do it this way. You can actually attach even other images from link it up to websites and whatnot, but being that we're going to run out of time here, I'm just going to do it that way. And then you go down to the bottom, you save. Then it gives you an option to preview the email. Sorry, I have to put a recipient in there first. So I'm going to go ahead and put my wife. So I can search, for instance, for just Lori, since my wife's name is Lori, and I've got just a few of them in there. So I'm going to go ahead and add Lori. Save. Now up here at the top you'll see it does show Lori. I could add a bunch of other people as well, groups or any number of things, but in this case I want just to go to Lori. Now I can click preview email. And this is actually what she'll end up getting. So it's Happy Mother's Day with the flowers and whatnot, and then down below this has my branding and stuff, so it's not real personal for my wife, but just to give you an idea, you could use this for business as well. So it's going to have your branding and your contact information. Hi Lori, I love you so much and I'm so proud of you, forever John. So it's a short and simple way to put something together. You can, again, the sky's the limit on this, but I just want to give you the tools, and then you can certainly go from there. In this case, I do something. It's as simple as clicking approve and send. I can have it send a copy of it to me, send it now, or I can schedule it in advance. So obviously it's great when you're doing campaigns of some kind. I click done. It says here, cost, this email greeting will be sent free of charge, because the fact I'm paying $20 a month for the service gives me the ability to do putting it together. And email in itself there's no cost for, so it's free. Your total cost, none. Electronic sales makers are sent free of charge. So it's a great program. You can use it in a lot of different ways, but hopefully that was some use to you. So Stock Exchange, SXC.HU is again free photos. You can use them for any number of other ways that you do it. Hopefully this was a help to you. Until next week, this is John Patrick, your Profit Doctor. Take 2 doses of cash flow and call me in the morning.